Happy New Year, family, to the Fortune Eagles family. This is Greg Phillips. I'll be your host tonight. We haven't spoken to you guys since last year. A lot of great positive things have been going on. We're just glad to have you here tonight. And, what we ask you to do is, like I said, bring your friends and family to the Fortune Eagles conference call every Thursday night at 8:30. Let us do the heavy lifting for you. You just have to get them here because some interesting things going on, as you can tell. So, come on, bring your friends and family, man. This is our year. This is the time to do this. We are so happy right now that what's going on in 2022 that, want your friends and family to get aboard so they can join us, man. This is going to be a very, very positive year for us. With that being said, Brian, you got the floor.
All right, fantastic. Thank you, Greg. And I, too, like to wish everybody a happy and a prosperous new year. Unfortunately, I had a somewhat of a bad start to my new year on New Year's Eve. I did get affiliated with COVID a little bit, so no worries though. But we've got through it, and so been kind of running behind here for the last few weeks here, and trying to get back acclimated and getting back up to par here. So I appreciate those of you that have reached out to me and to give me words of encouragement through this time. But I'm back, and we getting this thing rolling again. And want you to bear with us as we move forward, as we try to play catch up. For those of you that may have tried to call us or sent us an email and we haven't gotten back with you just yet, bear with us. We're trying to, shore up the backlog that we've had in the past couple of weeks because of our downtime and some of the sickness that have been going through our admin. So, but we're getting everything back on track now. And so I really, really appreciate you guys coming here because you could be anywhere else tonight, but you chose to be here, and we really, really appreciate that. Okay. So with that being said, let's get right into it. 14 Eagles has been around for a long time, and we've really pride ourselves in being around. Unlike most gifting platforms out here who come and go, we have stood the test of time. And we really believe that we've stood the test of time because of our philosophy about how we go about 14 Eagles. If you've spent any time with us here at 14 Eagles, or if you do spend any future time with us, you will know that 14 Eagles is more than just about money. We are a community-based platform. We're more about the people than we are about the money. And so to really show that philosophy, we really encourage you to go to our community website, which is located at www.14eaglesden.com. And if you go to our community website, if you scroll down, you will see the welcome that is on our site. And if you read that welcome, you'll get a good perspective of the concept of what 14 Eagles is really all about. And so, I'm not going to go over it here because we want to share some things with you tonight. But I really, really encourage you to read this welcome and get familiar with it so you can get the tenor of what 14 Eagles is about and where we're coming from with 14 Eagles. Yes, we do have a gifting platform, and, we want everyone to become prosperous by working together and helping each other in a monetary way. But more importantly, we want people to come together and educate each other and get more of a mental aspect of what we do here, and also encouraging one another to uplift their conscious awareness about what's going on around them, because that is so critical, especially in the times of today, with the changing times in today. And so, and we're not just talking about here in this country, in the United States, but all around the world. And so 14 Eagles is adapting to that in reference to reaching out around the world. And so, as we move forward, we're going to be bringing some things to you and to the back office and to the 14 Eagles platform. as well. All right, so we really encourage you to take a look at our welcome on our home page. Also, I want you to be mindful that right below the welcome, we have a video row. And on our video row, there's a series of videos here that we really encourage you to take a look at. It's not that many videos, but these videos are very, very instrumental in getting you to see the direction in which 14 Eagles is going from a consciousness speaking point. Okay, we really, really pump this in because, getting money is one thing, but knowing what to do with it is a whole different thing. Okay, and so we really encourage you to take a look at these videos. It's going to put you in the right frame of mind going forward with 14 Eagles as we put together this virtual community that we're building here, and hopefully everyone can get on one accord with this and help each other to teach each other about what's going on in the world and how we can combat all the negativeness that's going on and tap into our conscious levels of awareness so we can help others get through all these bad times that's happening right now. Okay, and if you don't do anything else, right below, we encourage you to join our newsletter. Join our newsletter so you can stay updated about what's going on with 14 Eagles. And also, most importantly, we have a video of the week that goes out on a weekly basis to give you a perspective about what's going on, okay, in video form. All right, and we encourage you to pass these videos of the week around to other people so they can see the type of information that 14 Eagle gives out. Because I assure you, a lot of the information that 14 Eagles puts out in our videos of the week is information that most people don't get from mainstream media or the corporate structure or the government structure. Okay, so it's very, very important that you get this information out. So now, as I said, 14 Eagles is a community. And as a community, we want to really show people how to really move forward as a virtual community. Because we're a virtual community, we can do whatever we want to do. And so one of the things that we've done is that we've partnered with other businesses and entities that share the same philosophy that 14 Eagles shares. One of our main philosophies is that we're trying to help people to get out of debt and to wipe out poverty. Okay, that is so key in our financial world. And so we have partnered with some entities that are in that same direction, and one of them is Fund Me 24/7, dealing with Dynamic Trio. Dynamic Trio is a company that has a trilogy of platforms. All right, that help people from the grassroots level to raise funds for whatever they need to raise funds for. Okay, sort of like 14 Eagles. And a lot of times, most people, if you're in debt, okay, if you're living in poverty, it's hard to raise those funds that you need to get yourselves in a better financial position. All right, so we really encourage you to take a look at the Fund Me 24/7 platform in the Dynamic Trio, along with Feed Me 24/7. Feed Me 24/7 is another platform in the Dynamic Trio trilogy of platforms, and we're talking about little money out of pocket, okay, little money out of pocket to get you going and to move you in a direction where you can raise funds for whatever you need to raise funds for. So take a look at those two platforms, and that will lead you to the third platform that they have, which is Fund Me to Infinity. And when you see Fund Me to Infinity, when you get an opportunity to see that, then your money problems basically go out the window, okay? Because it is a powerful, powerful platform. And it's almost ludicrous that people don't know anything about these platforms. And it's because it's just something that will really move you into a whole new financial direction, okay, without having to dig into your pockets like most programs want you to do. And then also, we have partnered with another company that is really doing it in the real world, building communities from the ground up in the real world. I mean, literally, digging up the dirt and building, building by building, hand by hand, okay? And we really want you to take a look what Cutting Edge Techno Solutions is doing, SETS for short. Take a look at what they're doing, because there may be a way for you to fit into that situation. And because they're going around building communities all around the country and all around the world. We're talking about $1 billion organization, okay, where they're building communities from the ground up, and they're using the community, the people that live in those communities, to help build the community. Okay, powerful, powerful information. Okay, so we really want you to take a look at that as well, because, like I said, 14 Eagles, we're more than just a gifting platform. We try to put you in positions to be able to do it all, and we all do it all together. No one is working alone here with 14 Eagles. And then also, we have the hyperverse, okay, the hyper community that we want you to take a look at as well. Because once you get involved and you see the dynamics of this hyper community and how it can fit in with the 14 Eagles community, it will floor you, okay? It will literally floor you on what you can do financially by being involved in this community, okay? And we're talking about in a virtual world, in a virtual setting. All right? This is something that most people have never been privy to, and you're getting into what is called the metaverse. Okay, powerful, powerful stuff. And so we want you to be able to take part in that as well. Okay, along with various other things that are coming down the pipe through the 14 Eagles community. All right. So now, in saying all of this, one thing that we want to get into your mind is getting your ability to be able to connect with one another, because that's what 14 Eagles is really all about. People connecting with one another, people coming together with one another, helping each other, teaching each other. You know, it's more than just a gifting situation here, more than just the finances of it all. Because, see, without the community, there is no finance, right? There is no money. There are no gifts if there's no community. If there's no community, there's nothing. Okay, and so that's the thing that we want people to focus on, connecting with one another. And so before we move forward, there's a little presentation that we want you to see that talks about that and why we need to connect, okay? And so what we really want to know is, are you a connector?
Do you remember the moment you realized that the world had changed? Let me tell you a quick little story that has nothing and everything to do with the future of our world and how you fit into it. In 1917, the United States faced a huge problem. They were working hard to compete in the industrialized economy, and there was a shortage. Not a shortage of oil or coal or other natural resources, a shortage of people, specifically obedient factory workers. The solution to this economic dilemma? It was an experiment of sorts. It hadn't been done before, until someone thought of it. Mandatory public school. Unfortunately, the initial purpose of the United States public school system was not to inspire children or generate scholars. And it wasn't created for dreamers, people who color outside the lines, break the rules, and challenge the status quo. The public school system of the early 1900s was invented to create a nation full of adults who would obediently do their jobs in the factory assembly lines. Teaching kids to sit in straight rows and scheduling the entire day with the ringing of bells wasn't by chance. Punishing those who didn't conform was purposeful. These were the skills they would need to join the labor force. Intentional or not, this early method of turning dreamers into workers was an investment in the nation's economic future. And it worked. This then led to several generations of productive, fully employed workers. But it isn't working anymore. Why? Our economy has changed. We don't live in an industrialized economy anymore. We live in a connected economy. Right now, there are more users on Facebook than there were people on the planet 200 years ago. Technology has made it possible for us to connect with people, ideas, and information from anywhere in the world instantaneously. And as a result, our economies have expanded from localized towns and communities to the entire world. We have globalized trade in nearly every way. In the past, the obedient, do-what-you're-told without question people were rewarded for working hard and putting their dreams aside in order to toe the line. They were given well-paying jobs that led to long-term careers. They were guaranteed pensions, benefits, and the promise that they would always be taken care of. And they were. But that promise is gone for most of us today. Even if you have a white-collar job, the majority of white-collar workers are still working in a factory. Instead of operating a sewing machine or welding a widget, they now push pencils, type on keyboards, or process paperwork. It's still factory work because the entire focus of the day is spent on increasing productivity, which leaves little room for creativity, spontaneity, or individuality. The educated, hard-working masses are still doing what they're told, but they're no longer getting what they deserve. Even if you do everything you are told to do today, graduate from high school, go to college, get a degree, work hard in whatever job you can find, if you're lucky enough to find one, you're not guaranteed anything. Companies are being forced to change or die right now. Layoffs happen much more often than job openings appear, and the highest paying jobs are disappearing or heading overseas at an alarming rate. If you have a job where your boss tells you exactly what to do, he or she will always find someone cheaper than you to do it. Did you know that the average length of a job today is about 4.5 years? Contrast that to the 1960s when it was 40 years. The connected economy rewards a different group of people. It rewards the people who see things differently, who don't conform, people who have ideas that no one else has, people who are willing to work hard but know that the old way of doing things is broken. The connected economy rewards you not for being a cog in the wheel of life, but for standing up and reaching out. The connected economy rewards the connectors. Whether it's connecting a person to a person, a business to a business to a product, or a product to a person, those who learn how to connect are the ones who will survive and excel in the connected economy. That is how the world has changed. It's not about to change. It already has. Things are different now, and they're not going back to the way they used to be. Look at Facebook. What's their product? It's you. Your network, your information, your ideas, they all have value. Does Facebook pay you for the money they make selling your information to advertisers? No. But we still use it because we have an innate desire to connect with people. In fact, neuroscientists have found that we are actually hardwired to connect with each other. Some people know how to leverage this innate ability in today's economy, but most don't. And because they don't know how to do it, most of them are paralyzed with fear, resisting the shift, despite clear indications telling them it's time to change. In 1917, a group of people performed an experiment that forever changed the way that we earned a living. The world today is facing another huge problem. We're facing a shortage of our own. Not a shortage of factory workers or consumers. The world has enough of those. We have a shortage today of dreamers and connectors. And so, we're holding our own little experiment. And you happen to be the subject of it. This 8-minute presentation was specifically designed to seek out and find the connectors around us. Those who recognize that we are on the brink of the next economic revolution, who are ready to thrive in the connected economy, and who are searching for the best way to do it. The internet and technology are rapidly changing the way that we do everything today, including how we make a living. It's not too late to embrace the change and find a way to make yourself relevant and profitable in our brave new world. And that's why we've invited you here today. We've created something that rewards you for connecting. It pays you for bringing people together behind a cause product, or idea. And we have systematized it and made it so that you can do it from anywhere with anyone at any time. If you are passionate about helping people, if you are passionate about changing lives, if you want to position yourself to be a capitalizing force within the connected revolution instead of just a bystander, let's start now. Do you remember the moment you realized that the world had changed? How about the moment you realized you could change with it?
All right, all right. Are you a connector? Are you someone that are looking to help others? Are you someone that are looking for a community where people help each other in all of their hard times? Okay? This is what you have to ask yourself. So when you come to the 14 Eagles community website, located at www.14eaglesden.com, then what you want to do is come to the menu, and you want to come to the 14 Eagles presentation tab, 14 Eagles video. And when you click on the 14 Eagles video, it'll bring you to the 14 Eagles video, so you can see what the 14 Eagles platform is all about. So here's a synopsis of it now. Welcome to 14 Eagles. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to describe a program that provides like-minded people from all walks of life the opportunity to help one another. 14 Eagles is not a business. It's not a corporation. It's not a network marketing organization. Rather, it's a private, invitation-only, global community of people who believe in the principle that by helping others, in that process, we help ourselves. That's the premise of 14 Eagles. As we give, so shall we receive. 14 Eagles commonly uses a unique online gifting platform that allows members to come together for mutual interest, commitment, and prosperity. When we join 14 Eagles, we enter into the first step of that process. We're invited to freely send a $2 gift to each of 3 people whose names are presented to you, for a total of $6. We now have the potential to receive up to 14 gifts of $2, totaling $28. Of that $28, we keep $7 as our harvest and hold on to $21 for step 2. In step 2, you're invited to freely send a $7 gift to each of 3 people whose names are presented to you, for a total of $21. You now have the potential to receive up to 14 gifts of $7, totaling $98. You keep $8 as your harvest and add that to your previous harvest of $7 and hold on to $90 for step 3. Step 3, you're invited to send a $30 gift to each of 3 people whose names are presented to you, for a total of $90. You now have the potential to receive up to 14 gifts of $30, totaling $420. You keep $120 as your harvest and add that to your previous harvest total and hold on to $300 for step 4. Now for step 4, you're invited to freely send a $100 gift to each of 3 people whose names are presented to you, for a total of $300. You now have the potential to receive up to 14 gifts of $100, totaling $1,400, of which you keep $800 as your harvest. You can see how your harvest is growing. You hold on to $600 for step 5, where you're invited again to freely send a $200 gift to each of 3 people whose names presented to you, for a total of $600. You now have the potential to receive up to 14 gifts of $200, totaling $2,800, of which you keep $2,050 as your harvest and hold on to $750 for step 6. Step 6, the final step, you're invited to freely send a $250 gift to each of the 3 people whose names that are presented to you, for a total of $750. You now have the potential to receive up to 14 gifts of $250, totaling $3,500. You hold $750 for repeating step 6 and keep $2,750 as your harvest, for a total harvest of $5,735 from a one-time initial gift of just $6. You can also send and receive additional gifts by re-entering and cycling through each step. For example, by re-entering step 1, where you send a $2 gift to 3 people, by cycling through that step, you have the potential to receive $22 in gifts over and over. Likewise, by recycling step 2, you have the potential to receive $77 in gifts over and over again. That principle applies to each step. By cycling through each step, you can receive $6,380 in gifts over and over, in addition to the $5,735 in gifts you receive through your initial progression through your 6 steps. One of the first questions we receive is, how do I position myself to send and receive these gifts? Well, I encourage you to contact the person who introduced you to 14 Eagles, and he or she, if they haven't already, will provide you with their website address, 14eagles.com/ and their username. In it, you will find an outline that will walk you through the process to becoming a 14 Eagles member. It's a very simple process that begins with registering for a Cash App account. Cash App is our payment processor, which allows us to seamlessly and in real time send and receive gifts. Once you have established and funded your Cash App account, you can join 14 Eagles by completing a very short template. Then send your gift to 3 people whose names are presented to you in your website, and introduce 14 Eagles to 2 people who do exactly what you just did. Register for a Cash App account, join 14 Eagles, give 3 people $2 each, and introduce the program to 2 like-minded people who do the same thing you just did. That's how you build your 14 Eagles nest. These are the people who follow you from step 1 through step 6. It all began with a very simple 4-step process. As I mentioned earlier, 14 Eagles is not a business. We're not selling anything. We're not asking anybody to change their behavior. We are merely presenting a program to our friends and family members that allows us to freely send a $2 gift to 3 people with the potential to be blessed to the tune of thousands of dollars each month. Thank you for your time, and again, I urge you to contact the person who introduced you to 14 Eagles. God bless.
All right. So that's the 14 Eagles platform. You can come to the 14 Eagles community website at www.14eaglesden.com, and in the menu section, just click on 14 Eagles video, and you will be able to see that video again in its entirety. You know, study that video so you can see how the platform works. You can also go to the tab how it works as well, and see it in written form. And then once you are ready to get involved and get signed up with the platform, then all you have to do is just follow these instructions right up under the video itself. If you follow these instructions, you shouldn't have too much of a problem getting involved and getting started. Okay? So you want to check this out, go by these instructions, or if you have to, get with the person that invited you. They can help walk you through these instructions as well. All right? So now, one thing most people do is when they get involved, they say, "What the heck, $2? You know, how can I make any money with $2?" Well, here's the thing. As I said before, 14 Eagles is more about the community than we are about the money. The money is a byproduct of what we do here. So first of all, getting into the right mindset is key. Okay? If you concentrate on building the community, everything else will follow. Okay? So get into the right mindset. Because first of all, here at 14 Eagles, we don't make money at all. All we do is give away money. We give out gifts and we receive blessings. That's it. We don't make money here. Okay? Words mean everything. And so, you know, we're more focused on the community part of this whole concept. All right? The platform, the gifting platform is just another part of it, okay? And a byproduct of what we do. All right? Here at 14 Eagles. So the main key here at 14 Eagles is the community. So when you're looking to really try to get a lot of money, okay, try not to focus on getting a lot of money. Focus on building the community. And the bigger your part of the community is, guess what? I guarantee you will be blessed. You will be blessed beyond your imagination, okay? And a lot of times, you know, if you're not in the right frame of mind, don't have the right mindset, then you'll miss it. You'll miss what you're supposed to see, okay? Because, see, you know, things that come with small numbers can really grow into larger numbers. I mean, larger numbers more than what your eyes or your mind can conceptualize, all right? And here's a good way to really point that out to you.
Reach their fortunes. In order to do this, I want you to pretend that I can grant you one wish from two choices. Choice one is this: I will give you $1 million. Or choice two is that you get 1 cent that doubles every day for 31 days. On top of that, you have to drive 1 hour north to meet a friend of mine named Vendela. She will double your cent and give you 2 cents, and then you have to drive all the way back home. Then on day 2, you take your 2 cents back to Vendela, and she doubles your 2 cents and gives you 4 cents, and then you drive back. Well, you do this every day for 31 days. Which would you choose? $1 million or 1 cent doubled every day? Well, as a factory worker, it wasn't even a contest. $1 million for me, please. Who wants to run around for pennies? Here is where we find out that ignorance is not bliss. If you have a calculator, you can follow along and check it out for yourself. In day 1, you have 1 cent. Day 2, you double it and you have 2 cents. Day 3, you double it, you get 4 cents. That doubles and becomes 8 cents, and by the 10th day, you'll have $5.12. How embarrassing if you took the penny a day. Let's look at the 11th day. $5.12 doubles, it becomes $10.24, then it doubles and becomes $20.48, and then it doubles and becomes $40, and in the 20th day, that doubles and becomes $5,242.88. Well, it's still not looking too good if you chose the penny. But what happens in the 21st day? 5,000 doubles and becomes 10,000, 10 doubles and becomes 20, and on the 28th day, $671,000 doubles and becomes $1.3 million. But wait a minute, we didn't agree to 28 days. We agreed to 31 days. And so on the 29th day, 1.3 doubles becomes 2.6 million. And 30th day, 2.6 million becomes 5.3 million. And in the final day of our agreement, day 31, $5,368,709.12 doubles, which is $10,737,418.20. Now who's laughing all the way to the bank? This is what the smartest man in the world, Albert Einstein, said when he was asked what he thought was one of the most powerful things on earth. He said that the 8th wonder of the world was compound interest. And so here's how we can make compound interest work for you.
So now, just knowing that small numbers can grow into huge things, do you want to focus on the money or do you want to focus on the community? Because that's what makes those numbers grow. As the community grows, so does the money.
right? And so, you know, we all know that everybody needs money. We have to pay our bills, put food on the table, you know, we have to buy everything that we basically need in life, okay? And so we understand that. But it's the way that we do it, okay, that makes it worthwhile, you know? And so, you know, it's always been said that if we help enough people get what they need to get, then we're going to get what we need to get, right? And not only are we going to get what we need to have, but we're going to get it in abundance because your focus is on helping others and not helping yourself. See, service to others is the key to this whole universe, okay? Not service to yourself. If you service to others, guess what you're doing? You're servicing yourself, okay? And it's just that simple. It may take time to understand that and really get that into your mindset. But as we close out, I just want to leave you with this, just with something fun, and let you know that you can manifest whatever you want, okay, as long as you focus on it, okay? Even if you focus on the money, you know, hey, at least you'll know in order to get that, you know you're going to need a community to be able to get to where you need to get in your goal of getting that money. Does that make sense? So we want to leave you with this, just something fun and something to help you to bring this into fruition, okay? And I love this. I think this should be at the top of the music charts. Check this out.
Money is coming to me. Money is coming to me. Money keeps coming to me. Money is coming to me. Money is coming to me. Money keeps coming to me. Money is coming to me. Money keeps coming to me. Money is coming to me. I can just feel it, and I believe money keeps coming to me. It's coming to me now, and I'm not worried about how. Oh yeah, money is coming to me. Come on, come on, come on. The universe is working for me, and working. I can just feel it, and I believe it's working for me now, and I'm not worried about how. Oh yeah, money is coming to me. More than enough to live, more than enough to give, more than enough to share. I feel like it's already here. More than enough to shout, more than enough to drop, more than enough to save. There's plenty left over to give away. Money is coming to me. I can just feel it, and I believe it's coming to me now, and I'm not worried about how. Oh yeah, money is coming to me. Come on, come on, come on. The universe is working for me, and working. I can just feel it, and I believe it's working for me now, and I'm not worried about how. Oh yeah, money is coming to me. Well, more than enough to live, more than enough to give, more than enough to share. I feel like it's already here. More than enough to shout, more than enough to drop, more than enough to pay, with plenty left over to give away. Money is coming to me. I can just feel it, and I believe it's coming to me now, that I'm not worried about how. Oh yeah, money is coming to me. Come on, 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 come on. I believe it, I can just feel it, and I believe it's coming to me now, that I'm not worried about how. Oh yeah, money is coming to me. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. feel like it's already here. Come on, come on.
All right, all right. Money is coming to me. Okay? It's coming. It's coming. All you have to do is what? Build a community. You build a community and everything else happens automatically. All right? So now, without further ado, I want to bring up our fearless leader, Greg, to close us out. Are you open?
Yeah, I'm open, man. I hope you guys can hear me. Great call. I tell you, I missed the fact that we had to put off our call last week, extra week, that gave it 3 weeks, but it's worth it every time we do these calls. I'm telling you guys, listen, it's funny, this is 22, and that's what we tell everybody in Fortune Eagles platform. 2, just get 2. That's all you got to do. Just 2, get 2, and you're on your way to building this community. You're on your way of, maintaining your financial head above the water, because as you guys know, you keep hearing about inflation more and more and more. Inflation is nothing but a tax on the people, and we need to be able to come together so we can be able to survive. So remember, this is the year 22. 2, just get there 2, and we'll be all fine. Let's come together as a family. We show love and concern for each other, and like Brian says in that video, money's going to be coming to you. Brian, back to you.
Fantastic, fantastic. And again, we have these calls every Thursday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So in order to get involved on the webinar itself, just come to our community website at www.14eaglesden.com and just go to the Contact Us tab on this page and just click on the link to get involved in the webinar, okay? If you can't get involved in the webinar, then just call in on the call-in number for the webinar and put in the code, and you'll be able to get in on the phone, all right? We also have one of the old school sizzle calls. We have a sizzle call number right here. Just dial in that sizzle call number and put in that PIN number and hand the phone to somebody and let them hear what 14 Eagles is all about. You don't have to explain anything. Let us do all the work for you, okay? Let us do all the explaining for you, all right? And then if you have any questions that you can't answer from someone else, then you can either email us at controltower@14eaglesden.com, or you can also call us on our member service number. That's 301-684-1216. Okay, and we'll try to get back with you as quickly as possible. Okay, for those of you that have been calling us for the last couple of weeks, we apologize for not being able to get back with you within 48 hours. But we've had the COVID issues going on here, and so we're working out of that situation now, and we're playing catch up. So if you've left us a message or if you sent us an email, bear with us. We will get back with you as quickly as we possibly can. So with that being said, hey, look, it's always a pleasure. You could be anywhere else tonight, but you chose to come here, and we really and truly appreciate that. Okay, we don't take that for granted at all. Okay, and so tell people about 14 Eagles. Let them know where we are and what we do. Let them come see for themselves. Okay, we're here for the people. We're not all about the hype of money and all of that. No, we're all about the community itself. Okay, building a community, because we know for a fact that if we build the community, everything else happens. All right, without a doubt. Okay, so with that being said, thank you so much. We appreciate you, and we'll see you on Thursday night at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't worry about if anybody that you invited did not come. Don't worry about it. Make sure that you are signed up for our newsletter, because the recording of this goes out. Tomorrow morning, and so you'll be able to get the recording and send it to someone. So with knowing that, make sure that you get signed up with our email updates. So with that, thank you for coming. We'll see you again on Thursday evening at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Good night, everybody. Peace.
Good night, everybody. Don't forget, each one bring one.
There you go.